Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first of what I hope will be a series of journals about my knitting and sewing life. My name's Theresa. I design knitting patterns and I sometimes dye yarn. I love knitting. I really like making a handmade wardrobe with both knitting and sewing. And I've been wanting to create a series of journals and to document my progress for a number of years, but like many people, time passes and I haven't got it done. So hopefully this is a good start. I am Theresa Shingler Knits on Instagram. On Ravelry, I am Baby Bee. I sell knitting patterns on Ravelry under my name Theresa Shingler. Some of them are in publications and some of them are self-published. And I have an Etsy shop, Theresa Shingler Knits, for my hand-dyed yarn and some of my knitting patterns. I hope to get more of my knitting patterns on Instagram, but time always rushes by. So in this first of my journals, I thought I'd document what I'm working on at the moment. First, knitting. I haven't got any finished objects at the moment. Then sewing, and then a bit of what I hope to do work-wise in the next week or so, and a little bit about me at the end. So, firstly, I am knitting a pair of socks. I've got one of them done. These are Emily's, well, they're a hack of Emily's favourite socks by Emily Foden. I've cast on the leg at 72. Her smaller size is bigger than that, but I didn't want such a slouchy sock. Then knit from West Yorkshire Spinners. I think it's cinnamon stick, but I'm not sure. And contrast toes and heels out of some Regia tweed. The second sock, I've just done the cuff. Then knit on 2mm needles. I like to knit my socks quite tight. I'm trying to work through my stash of commercial sock yarn. In the last year or two, I've really developed a love of 100% wool socks, and especially non-superwash wool socks, because I think they're warmer and cozier. Although I don't actually think they stand up to wear quite as well as workhorse yarns like Regia or Serdar, and I probably wouldn't knit my adult son socks from 100% wool because he wears through even Regia. For me, I find 100% wool fine, and I like the idea. It hasn't happened yet, but I like the idea that when they wear through, I can just put them in the compost bin, because I don't like darning socks. I quite often patch them with a knitted patch, but I hate, and I'm really bad at darning, so I avoid that like the plague. So they're my socks. They're a project that I do when I don't have a lot of brain space for anything else, and they haven't seen a lot of love recently, so they're probably not going to get done in the next week or two, but I hope to have a reasonable bit of progress before I return. Now, the thing I really enjoy working on at the moment is an absolute beast of a cardigan. This is a design of my own. I feel the cold terribly, and my long sleeve or long cardigan that I have at the moment, and I've had for a few years, is wearing out. I really need a new one, and I wanted an even bigger and woollier one with the most huge sleeves, and I just wanted it to be so extra, and that's what I've managed to do. It is ginormous. It's very, very wide, so how much you can see. It has very, very dropped shoulders and really, really, really wide sleeves that don't decrease much at all until you come to the cuff and the balloon sleeve at the end. And I have a slip stitch rib to match the slip stitch detail around the front. The short row, it's cast on along the top, across the top here. Then there is short row shaping across the shoulders. And so both sleeves are finished, and now I'm just working my way down the front, and it will be as long as the amount of yarn I have. And I've already got extra yarn on a de-stash on Ravelry. I'm working this out of Wendy Traditional Aran, which is 100% British wool. This is in a tweedy colour. I don't think they do this anymore, but they do some really nice creams still. And I'm really enjoying it. It is taking ages, even with Aran weight wool. There is still an awful lot of knitting, but I hope to have this finished in the next week or so, and then I'll begin writing up the pattern and take it from there. So that is all my knitting on needles at the moment. Once I've finished the giant beast of a cardigan, whose name I don't have yet at all, I am then going to cast on a Lopi for my husband. I knitted in one what I thought was a few years ago, but when I checked on Ravelry, it actually turns out that it's 6 years old. So yeah, it's wearing out rather. So I'm knitting him this design. Stapi, I can't pronounce it obviously, from this book, Knitting with Icelandic Wool by Regia Jónsdóttir. And the colours, I have got a natural sheep black, sort of heathered colour for what this is. I'm not sure which colour it is. For the main colour, I have got a natural creamy colour for what's white, and this is my favourite. For the detail, I have this red. It isn't showing up quite properly on the screen, but I absolutely adore this. It's called Happy Red. I think a bit of Happy Red is definitely needed at the moment. I certainly need it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting this. The bit I don't like with doing Loppies is sewing in the zip, because I don't like sewing my knitting. I hate sewing my knitting. So yep, that is on the horizon, and it's really helping spur me on to knit my giant beast of a cardigan. So that's my knitting. Then sewing this next week. Oh, I've been putting off changing my wardrobe from my spring-summer wardrobe into my autumn-winter wardrobe, because I knew that there'd be some things that it got a bit snug during lockdown. I did it at the weekend and discovered there are a lot of things that got rather too snug over lockdown. And while I can technically fit into everything, yeah, I don't look like an overly stuffed sausage for the whole of winter. So I might as well make the best of a bad lot and sew myself some new clothes. So I've decided I've got a really lovely Viscose sort of crepe from, what's this? Oh, it's a bit warmer colours than this in real life. This is from Rainbow Fabrics. It's really, yeah, these pinkies here are much more warm, sort of autumnal shades in real life and these here are, yeah, it's a much warmer colour in real life. I don't normally wear things with a black background, but I think with all the warm colours in here, I can probably pull it off. I'm going to make a maxi version of the Roscoe blouse and dress. I've made lots of these. I absolutely love maxi dresses. I love them in summer. I love them in winter, with a big pair of DMs or riding boot type boots. I just love swishing around in maxi dresses. Any time of the year, basically. So that is my project for the coming week, and hopefully I will make some good progress with that. what is there left to talk to you about? Oh, work-wise. Now, I've been meaning to do this for absolutely ages. I'm really good at meeting other people's deadlines. I have never handed a pattern in late. I am brilliant at other people's deadlines. Meeting my own deadlines, I'm terrible at. Truly terrible. So, I hope that if I say this here, I'll actually get it done. So, I designed this shawl. It's called the new Growth Shawl. It's oh, you can't really see the colour properly. It's really, can you see it in? Oh, how about next to? Yes, that's much more like it. And this glorious yarn. It's Ducky Darlings. It's autumn. I think it's called autumn. It's a yak merino blend. It's glorious stuff, really glorious. I knitted it for Knit Now magazine, and it was published ages ago, absolutely ages ago, and the rights have been back with me for a very long time. I've been meaning to format it into my own pattern style and publish it on Ravelry, because at the moment it isn't on Ravelry at all. It's a one skein. There we are. That's the right colour. It's a one skein shawl, so it's quite. How long is it? Probably about probably about 1.5 meters. Probably could be a bit longer. I'm very tall, so it's my wingspan. Yeah, and I'm 177 centimeters. So this is quite long. It's quite skinny. Starts off quite skinny. It goes all. It's ribbed. It's got a rib pattern, and it goes all the way to this leafy bit at the end. I really like this leafy bit. It's my favourite bit. If you had more yarn, then you could always carry on with the rib for longer, and then or just do a longer lacy bit. I've been wanting to publish this because I want to wear it. It's really, it is very much one of my colours. It's just lovely. So I will try and get this up on Ravelry in the next 2 weeks before the end of half term, because my children have 1 week left in school now, and then they have a week of half term. So I hope to get it up in the Ravelry store by the end of half term, which is the end of October. And if I haven't, someone can shout at me. Well, that will get me to get it done. So, yep, that's it, I think. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Hopefully at some point I will get better at this. But if I don't start, I will never do it. Thank you. Bye.